everybody. It's your friendly neighborhood mailman, the Trojanpear, and welcome to another episode of the Nintendo Power Adventure. It is finally time to look at the long-awaited book, How to Win at Super Mario Brothers. We're going to find out if this book is actually as effective as it claims to be. So let's get started right now. Alright, so what you see here is the original artwork for the video game, which is actually kind of interesting when you see where it came from. This book, of course, has a little introductory passage here from Howard Phillips. Work is definitely play. How nice for him. Okay, so let's get into this. So it talks about a little bit of the story behind it, which is nice. Then let's see here. We got the contents, learning the basics, all the different characters and whatnot. Stuff that you would probably anticipate having in like an instruction booklet, really. Then they talk about, some of the transformation, punching through blocks, how to use the controller, enemy list, Bowser, and rescuing the princess. But this is the one that's really the big one here, is the descriptions and maps. If you get to it, you'll see here, it's got detailed maps of each world and level. There are 8 worlds, and then 4 levels per world. It'll give you the map, and it'll show you from beginning all the way to the end of it, which for this one, it's just this page. No, it ends right up here. Okay, so that's a little confusing there. But what you'll see is it'll tell you, okay, here's where there's some enemies, here's with some coin blocks, and it's got coin in this one, power up in this one. So it'll tell you where everything is and what's there. It'll talk about, give you some detailed facts on some of these things. So it's very good. Also, you look here, let's see. You look at the back of this one, it'll show you here there's a warp zone that talk to you about how you can get to that warp zone, and those are really big helps actually. So telling you where everything is, what to expect, it definitely is very helpful. So I will say that is a big part of it. So then you skip on. This is what most of the book actually is, which makes sense because it's probably the biggest help that you're going to get. So then you get to the end. See, here's the detailed description about how you use the warp zone, which is the big secret in this. And then, of course, got Secrets of Koopa and another quest. Talks about the alternate endings. The fact that you're not actually facing Bowser is basically these different enemies here that have transformed themselves to look like him. And then, of course, this talks about the new quest, which is basically playing the game through, but with a few minor changes in it. And that's it. So, basically, the key strategy in how to win at Super Mario Brothers, the thing that makes this valuable, is the maps. And the maps, specifically talking about the warp zones, will help you actually not only beat it, but I think beat it fairly quickly. So let's see how it plays in the game. Alright, let's do this. We are on Screen Vision, getting ready to play the game. I'm opening up my book to the map section, because that's what's really going to help. Okay. World 1-1. So let's get started here. Super Mario Brothers. Alright. Let's see here. Okay, just kind of get back used to the controls a little. It's been a little while. Okay. So, looking at the map, it tells me there's coins, power-ups, that's all good stuff. Nothing too special about that. Now here it says that there is a 1-up right there. And I didn't quite get the pipe thing, but that's okay. It's not the goal here. The goal is to get through each world and beat this game. And I'm actually going to try to beat this game about as quickly as I possibly can. Because, after all, that's the key objective in this book, right? So I'm going to look for the best way to be able to beat this game in the shortest amount of time possible. Even though I don't really have to beat it quickly. But still, if you can get through all the levels, okay. If you can get through all the levels, I mean, that'll help out. So, go through that. Let's see. Okay, here's the first world that has a significant secret to be able to help me to get through most of this. I'm not going to play through all of it on this video, but I will show some of this, particularly in the areas where I think this is going to be most beneficial. Okay, I'm not going to bother with that. Get rid of that. Run through that. Okay, now the key part here is listed at the end of the section, which we are actually at. Okay, so we don't get up onto this upper platform to do that. I think I made that a little bit harder than it should have been. Alright, and so warp zone I can go to 2, 3, or 4. And looking at this book, I'm going to want to go to 4. Alright, so now I'm in World 4. Alright, so I went through World 4-1, didn't really have anything much need to go through on that. Now here in World 4-2 is where there's another significant part in going through this. This one actually happens fairly early in this part. Okay, so now just hold base for just a second as I make sure I do this right. Okay, so according to the book, you go 1, 2, then you skip 1, go 3, and do that. Boom, there you go. Whoops. Having a little bit of a problem here. There we go. And now we've made it to a special area. There was actually a part at the end, if you did it just like the other one, it would get you to World 5. But, of course, why go to 5 when you can go all the way to 8? And, of course, World 8 is the last level. So I've made it all the way to the last level. And we'll speed through that and get to World 8-4. Alright, here we are. The last level of the game. Now, the World 8.1, 8.2, 8.3, there wasn't much to it. It just required a lot of skill. There was a few little hints that helped me. This is where the map really is important, because in this world, 8.4, where you have to face Bowser, you have to know where you're going, because this is a maze. These pipes that you'll have to go through can constantly lead you back to the beginning. So what I'm going to do is use the map to be able to get through it. Let's see if I can do it. Alright. First part, pretty straightforward. Get to this bed of lava, and this is the one I go down. Takes me to the second part. Okay, this one. Oh boy. Almost messed up there. Okay, we got a couple of Koopas. There we go. We got a block here to get to this pipe. Kill him. We're on to the third part. Good. Okay, now this part's a little tricky. There's these flying fish come out. Okay, good. Now this part's a little tricky too, because you've got to swim past these barricades. But killing the enemies here is very, very important, because if I don't, okay, they're swimming away. So I made it there. Good. Alright, this is the last one. I got a hammer brother. That got him. Good. Alright. Just go for the goal. Doesn't matter. Alright. We did it. It was nerve-wracking, because I've been really hoping I could do this. I only had one real shot at this. So, this book is very effective. These maps, very good at helping you be able to know what's coming. And the warp zones in particular enable you to bypass just about every level in the game except for the last one. And even that last one is much more manageable, even though you do need to have some skill in order to be able to get through it, because ultimately you have to make the correct jumps and whatnot. And it's a lot easier if you have the power-ups, but if somehow you mess up and you don't have it, it's a little bit harder. So that's definitely a big deal there too. But overall, yeah, this is definitely legit how to win at Super Mario Brothers. So that was a good promotion for the Fun Club News first issue. So until then, I encourage all you gamers out there to enjoy the adventure. Bye-bye.